everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my birthday glam look 1 tutorial. I thought to do this video because this was like a glam look after a long time. So yeah, let's begin. Let's begin with bunny ears first, and now I'm going to try prep my skin with Pixie Glow Tonic, and while it sits on my skin I am going to do my brows since it takes a lot of time. Then continuing further the prep, I am using Mario Badescu Lavender spray on my face. Will use the Estee Lauder eye serum just because I want my skin to look good today. This is the ordinary Niacinamide. I am using it just because I like it for my skin. For a primer, I'm using Versali Skin Blur Tune. This is a new primer I was using for the first time and I am not sure what I feel about this yet. Then for luminosity, I'm using the Dr. branded Luminizer primer. For the eyes, I am not using any primer but concealer to hide all the veins. This is a Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Neutral, and also cutting my brows with it. For the palette, I'm using the Pat McGrath palette and I'm using the caramel brown shade. Then I'm using the COLOURPOP shadows. The shades will be mentioned below. I love the COLOURPOP pressed shadow. This blue is so beautiful, I can't tell you. And this COLOURPOP Luck Fully shade is one of my favorite blue shade of all time. I will suggest using a finger with it because brush takes a lot of time, so then hence I'm using my finger in between. But the blending part is easy with brush, so you can do that with the brush. Now I'm using the same brush which I used for the caramel shade and I'm blending it on the crease again. And I took a little dust of the blue matte shadow of COLOURPOP and I continued the blending to add a little bit of more blue on the crease, and so it looks diffused and nice. Now taking the Dose of Colors shimmer shadow, and I love this. Just tapping it on the top of the existing blue shade. Taking the INGLOT 77 gel eyeliner, I'm using it for lining my eyelids. Just a thin layer of eyeliner and also applying it on the waterline. And then I will blend it with a black shadow, adding the matte shadow from this chocolate gold palette. Now let's go on with the foundation, which is Fenty Beauty in the shade 190. I'm using a lot in this video, like looking for a full coverage. So you can see this foundation is itself a full coverage kind of foundation. I sprayed a little bit of more of that lavender spray. I love it. It just makes my skin so nice. The concealer, I have used the Too Faced sculpting concealer, the total coverage one. This is the newest one and I love it. And I've applied it for my under eyes as well as sculpting my T-zone and the top part of the face. This is a Jordana stick in the shade Deep and I'm using it to contour my face. This is very creamy and so reasonable, but still it's so good. Now it's time to blend it. You can see how easily it blends, like in seconds. Taking the shade and light contour palette from Kat Von D, I'm using the deepest shade, a little bit of it, and then blending it onto the same contour area in circular motions on my cheeks and all over the face. You can see I'm using a very little pressure because the color is already deep. Using the Hourglass Magic Wheel powder, love it. If I'm using a matte foundation, I make sure I do not use a further matte powder. And this is like the perfect light matte soft finish kind of powder, so I'm using it instead of the Laura Mercier one. And I'm using very less quantity because I already have a lot of foundation and I don't want to look so covered. So I'm dusting off the excess before continuing further. Using the Balm Spring. This is a nice peachy toned blush. This is not intense peach. And adding a little bit of more pink with this berry color from the Too Faced Sweethearts blush. Adding MAC Fix Plus to set it in place. And now it's time for the highlighter. This is the Anastasia AMREZY highlighter, and you can see it looks so gorgeous. I love it. Time for the lips. I'm using the Makeover Cosmetics lip liner in the shade 1818 and then overlining it with the NYX lipstick. I have forgotten the shade, but I'll mention it below. I'm using this for the first time. This is Lorac Pro. This is primer cum mascara in one. I got it in Boxy Charm, I think in December. So I'm just gonna, just cover it, the primer and the mascara duo thing on my eyes, or lashes I mean. The Huda Beauty Camel lashes, and these are so beautiful. These are like the smaller ones. These are like more wispier on the end. And this is the final look, guys. Hope you liked it and you enjoyed watching it. Let me know your comments and thoughts in the comment section below. I'll see you later on. Bye.